Hang on to your seat, baby, cause this one's a screamer. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
What is going on, entertainment? So I'm coming to y'all with another video, and y'all, I'm telling y'all, I can't wait to take a look at this over here because, like, the internet is a lot. Like, the internet is a lot. All right. Before I get started, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let me know what y'all think about this video. Okay, first I'm gonna get into you guys is Young Miami. So she dropped this line of shirts and merch called The Gays. And she says, surprise this Friday, May 17th, the celebration of Pride Month coming this June. This one is for the gays. A portion of the proceeds will be donated to GLAAD for LGBTQ programming. I hate the word programming, but because it gives like, oh, he's following an agenda. You get what I'm saying? And we see in the promo, Big Sexy. I do feel like this is very performative. Do I feel like she deserves all the hate for it? No. I feel like people are doing a little bit too much in regards to bashing her and making it seem as if, you know, she's like a demon. But it does come across as performative and a little desperate because you said some stuff in the past that, you know, you're not for the gays. Would you let your son wear a shirt for the gays? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, which she shouldn't have to, but I'm saying, like, you know, you wouldn't. That's not something she would do if, let's say, she was at a high in her career. That's what makes this whole thing inauthentic to me. I feel like it's sort of like a route she went down to sort of gain fandom back because of all that Diddy stuff that did happen. So she went down the route of getting the world's fandom back, which I feel like that was some of her fandom, to be honest. I don't think she lost it due to any of the Diddy stuff. I feel like she lost a little bit due to some of the stuff that she said in the past, just about her not wanting her son to be gay, which the way that she stated it was ignorant, but I get what she was trying to say. She was basically trying to say she doesn't want him going through the hardships of it, but the way she said it was sort of like, ew, that's nasty. Y'all get what I'm saying? Now, she did a complex article interview. She said, my deepest apologies and heart goes out to those who have seen that tweet and were offended by that. The City Girls appreciate all of their support no matter what their sexuality is. She wrote, the comments I made about Haitians, I was wrong. And immature to let my opinion about an individual person about my individual person be my opinion about an entire culture. Now, I didn't know she said the Haitian thing. I said, wait a minute. That's my whole identity. You gave me 2 insults that one, bitch. Like, damn. Okay. Now I looked it up and found some things. Basically, she said just about Haitians. She said in 2011 how she thought Haitians were black, ugly, and cheesy. And then in 2013, that's when she said the whole gay comment. Now, down in SoFlo, a big thing that was prevalent years ago was kind of keying on Haitians, especially dark-skinned Haitians to be exact. You know, I passed a little bit of exception because I'm a little bit lighter. I'm not light-skinned. I don't consider myself light-skinned, but I'm not dark-skinned. So that's a huge thing that goes down in the South that a lot of people like to make fun of, like dark-skinned Haitians. So I do believe a lot of it has to do with her environment. But around that time, I think the City Girls lacked so much PR training. Their PR training around that time was stupid. They used to argue people on social media, go back and forth with people. Young man would say ignorant stuff. They hop on live, say ignorant stuff. Like their PR at that time frame was ridiculous. So I will give them that, but it still doesn't excuse some of the ignorant ish that she said in the past. Carisha's like downfall needs to be studied. Like, I've never seen an artist have a bigger downfall than her as of recent. Until she came along and this whole thing, her whole career kind of shattered because of who she was affiliated with. Like it really like just made her look shisty. And this is why it's so important to know who to align yourself with, because look what happened. I feel like she got way too comfortable while dealing with the diddler. I think had she been putting out consistent music, as in with the City Girls or as in solo, I don't think she would have been in this position. And you guys would probably say she was putting out stuff with the City Girls, barely. And when she did, it was like lackluster. They barely promoted that last album. You could tell when they did the Breakfast Club interview, they weren't too much seeing eye to eye. It just seemed very uncomfortable. You can tell that her mind was just not on music at the time. So now she's trying to sort of like rebrand herself. It's coming across as awkward and desperate. And it's kind of really sad to see, because I don't think Yo Miami is a bad person. I just think she's just dumb-ish. And that's why she's in a position that like she's really, really in. Okay, but this merch, I don't see nobody buying it. Like, listen, another thing. Yo Miami's advertising and marketing team. What makes you think the girls want to walk around with a shirt that says the gays? We don't need to be branded enough. We get the discrimination without the branding. We don't need the word. That's how, I don't know how William the Baddest walks around these streets comfortably, because it's like, it's on his face. No shade to William. William, if you see this, we cool, we good. But it's no shade to him, because it's like, damn, like it's already hard enough. Imagine having it branded on you. Like, it's like you don't even get a chance to even say hello. Like, you already just get the dirty eyes and the dirty looks. You feel me? So I don't just see people buying this. Screw the performative stuff. I don't see this being purchased. I can see some people buying it just for the month of Pride, but besides that, I don't see any of the sales going further past June, which she did intend it for Pride. So for clarification, she did intend it for that reason. But even then, I don't see people buying it, because like it's not like it's like unique to any other merch that's out there. You know what I'm saying? But I do feel like her marketing and advertising team needs to do a way lot better, because this could have been packaged a lot better than what it was put out there to be. Next thing I wanted to talk about is Not Like Us reaching number 1. Okay, let me tell y'all something. Y'all mad because he reached number 1 and Drake didn't. And some of y'all saying that it's because of Drake he reached number 1. No, it's not. Because Drake, why didn't he reach number 1 any of his disses? Oh, I know why. They weren't that good. A lot of you guys need to stop hating on Kendrick just because he's not your fave and just because he's not the most mainstream artist in regards to him and Drake. A lot of y'all just based off of that just because y'all known Drake longer, y'all more familiar with him. At the end of the day, I recognize talent. The nigga did his big one with the song. That's just is what it is. He turned a diss song into a bop. That's not easy to do. That's why Powder Donuts by Suki, the JT diss, I like it, because although it's a diss, it's a bop. You could actually listen to it without just listening to it just to hear the diss one time and then turn it off and never listen to it again. Because think about it, a lot of disses, that's what we do. We listen to it to hear the disses, to hear what's being said, but we never play it again. This had replay value, and that's why I hit number 1. So don't hate on the man. Drake should have came a lot harder. All these songs that Drake comes out with, you mean to tell me you couldn't come with like a party type bop dissing Kendrick Lamar? Out of all those disses you put out, you couldn't do that? And you allowed him to do that? Somebody who's not known to put out, club-like tracks, and you let him swerve in and take that. That was sad to me. And that showed me that your pen is not as sharp as Kendrick's. And that's just is what it is. And Academics, to me, he makes it no better. Like, remember in that video I said that basically Drake's team was feeding Kendrick false information so he could say it on a rap? Well, Academics kind of debunked that rumor and kind of exposed Drake while trying to defend him, but instead really exposed them.
I think Drake knew that these things were stolen. Okay? So this does look like some stolen shit, I'm gonna be honest with you. Drake did knew that they were stolen. I don't know if he's like trying to reverse psychology, saying, well, now I know it's stolen and I know what you have. I'm gonna play off of it. That's one. But number 2, when Drake says he set it up, I'm taking that to be this 11-year-old daughter thing, because from everybody I've talked to, including Drake, we can't even see any, like, we don't even know where this came from. And Kendrick said it so definitively in what was supposed to be his biggest song, which was supposed to be the biggest expose. So that's the thing. That's my theory. I believe that the 11-year-old child thing from by Drake was probably either fed to Kendrick, planted. I don't know how. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how. I think.
Okay, so Drake, you lied. Okay, and my whole thing is Kendrick won the battle, so we're moving on. That's just it. A lot of you guys have your opinions about it, and y'all are biased extremely because you guys just love Drake so much. But in the war of words, Kendrick won 100%, and there's no denying that. Like his pen can be messed with. Okay, now let's talk Selena. Selena, she's a slutty girl. She already moved on, y'all. She got a new dude, and it's the dude from Love Is Blind. Now, I never watched this full season, but I've heard through reviews what happened on the show, how the girl that he was supposed to end up being with, how she dodged a bullet by them not ending up together. And Selena is all booed up with him in the bed, kissing up on him and posting all over social media. They're doing TikToks. Anybody that, to me, Selena Powell goes out with social media wise, I just see it for clout. Like, I just see Selena's trying to get her next interview or trying to end up on the next reality show. Like, I just don't think this is actually serious, and I feel like it's sort of like a troll. Now, she probably did suck the D, and you know she's a throat goat. But I don't think it's for serious business. That's just what I get from the whole entire situation. Okay? Now, let's talk about this Atlanta Housewives. They dropped who is supposed to be on the cast. We got Portia, Kenya, Drew, Shamia, and Cynthia returning as a friend. And we got Angela, Brittany, and Keely. I think I'm pronouncing it wrong. Kelly or Keely. Now, I'm just happy. Let me tell y'all. Thank God Sheree's not coming back. I don't care what y'all say. A lot of you guys hold on to these old Sheree moments, but that's not who Sheree is anymore. A lot of what Sheree is right now is sort of made up, contrived storyline stuff. The old Sheree was raw Sheree. She was going through a divorce. She was low-key a little bit broke. Like, she was going through some things. So we got to see the raw Sheree. Now we get to see all the pretty made up, packaged in a box, shipped to us spring, summer, September. Like, and y'all, this is Sheree's third time getting fired, unfortunately. And a user on Twitter pointed out, Third King 208 said, everyone's talking about Sheree losing her peach for the third time. Real House of Atlanta pink slipped the entire couch. They're all gone. I'm cackling. So we have Sheree gone, Marlo gone, Sonya gone, and Courtney the cousin. Okay? See, all that plotting you did, Courtney the cousin, it didn't work out in your favor. See what happens when you do dirty? You could have stuck to Drew, been nice to Drew. You could have been maybe brought back as a friend since Drew and Ralph, are going through their issues, etc. All right? Now, Cynthia as a friend to me, they could have picked somebody else. Cynthia, to me, is not that entertaining television-wise. You're not going to get a whole lot of moments out of her. You're not going to get a whole lot of laughs. And she's not going to try to push the envelope as much as, let's say, Marlo was a friend. I'm not even a big fan of Marlo, but I would have preferred her as a friend. I really feel like she never should have been given a peach. I'm really going to give it a buck because I feel like once she was given a peach, she started acting weird. Like, whoa. Like, she started, like, being super, which I get because you have to show your whole life. I get it, which made her emotional. But I just like Marlo in the messy friend villain role. And I feel like she filled that role perfectly because she would bring back information, she would stir the pot and leave. And we wouldn't see her for a long period of time, but we see her every now and then, which I think worked out for the show. Cynthia is not going to do that. Cynthia's going to lay back. She's going to bring her shades. She's going to bring her bag as merch. She's going to make all the girls carry Cynthia Bailey bags to go on cash trips. We're not going to get her being messy. Now, I see why they put her in the mix, though, because her and Kenya had a falling out during that whole girls trip situation, which they ended up making up. But that still might be weird because that's the first time they're going to be on TV again together since that whole girls trip thing went down. Drew and Cynthia are actually very close and cool. So that's why another reason why they probably brought back Cynthia. And I believe Cynthia and Shamia are cool as well. Cynthia and Portia, I wouldn't say they're enemies or they hate each other, but I don't think they're like that close. But I know Cynthia has a great relationship with Kenya, Drew, and a little bit Shamia. So that's why they put her into the mix. A lot of people don't understand. This is why not all the time you should be an outcast on these shows, because when they start casting again, if you're not cool or friends with half the cast, they're not going to have a space to bring you back because who are you going to film with? So that's where Cynthia kind of played her cards right. When did she move to Atlanta back, though? I thought she moved to California or something. That's why she was around the Beverly Hills girls. That kind of doesn't make any sense. But I did do some research on an older video. I want to play you guys a portion of that, of where I broke down the older girls. I mean, the newer girls. So the newer girls that are coming on to the season, and I did a little research on them, and now I could kind of see why they're being brought on to kind of mix. Please do not lie this season because they will catch you in it quick. Okay, so these new girls that we have. First girl we have is Angela Reed. So Angela Reed, if you guys don't know, is the wife of Charles Oakley. So Charles Oakley, you guys, is a retired NBA player, and he has faced his own sort of drama just in the industry as of 2018 and also as of recently, because he did an interview in 2022 where he said he slapped Charles Barkley. Okay, so I think they're going with this casting with the Peter effect. So Peter, you guys all remember, he used to be the messy husband. Angela right here is the one under Portia. Okay, that's Angela. So I think they're going for the Peter messiness sort of look. I see what they're doing. They actually did a real good job with how they're kind of putting this together. They just need to kind of move the pieces around if this is a true cast, so that way it could actually fit. He was even arrested for cheating for gambling. Like he was trying to finesse a part. He was trying to finesse a parlay.
Former NBA player has been arrested for allegedly trying to cheat at a Valley casino. Charles Oakley was taken into custody at the Cosmopolitan over the weekend and later released. The Nevada Gaming Control Board says the former New York Knicks star tried to change his wager on a game after the outcome was known. He is charged with gambling fraud.
Okay, and this was in 2018, and as of 2022, he did an interview where he talked about, like I said, slapping Charles Barkley and just his career just in general. I'm happy that they're casting her because I see what they're kind of going with this, because of his background. They're trying to see, they're trying to get some husbands that's not really scared, because he's had a lot of rivalries in the NBA. So they're trying to get some husbands that are not scared to kind of get into the mess like we used to have back in the day in Real Housewives of Atlanta. So they're casting this actually genius, okay? This is Angela right here. She has 3K followers on Instagram, and she loves her man. Her Rick Fox in my Tasha voice. Rick Foxy, okay? She loves her man because he Foxy, and all her children that she has with him. Okay, so I agree with this casting. I think this was a win in their book, because this is someone I could just tell from a picture she's not gonna be the one to take no shit. So we need people like that on the show. So this is a W. Okay, huge W. Next person that's new is Brittany Eady. So Brittany Eady, you guys, is her right here on the left of Angela. On the left of Angela, right here. Brittany Eady is the one with the black shirt on with the white jacket over at the bottom. So she, you guys, is a huge insurance agent. Glad we get shining light a little bit on that. And she used to also date the infamous Rick Ross. She's an ex of Rick Ross. So if y'all know Rick Ross, y'all know that comes with the boss and a mess. Okay? So she even at one point called out Jennifer for but flirting with Rick Ross at one point some years ago when she was with him. Now she's huge in the podcast type of industry. She does a whole lot of podcasting type stuff on social media. And the fact that she's had a little bit of already a social media type of background, I think she'll fit right in with this cast. So I'm excited what she's going to bring. This is her, you guys.
Hey guys, it's your favorite insurance agent. It's Britt Edie, and I just want to let you guys know that the Cyber Monday sale is still going on. You can take 50% off of the Insurance Masterclass with the class. You get 2 complimentary one-on-one sessions with me. So that just means
she is gorgeous. Now she gives me the vibes. You know the girlies that host the master classes and does the seminars. She gives me a seminar type of girl, and y'all know how the seminar girls do. Yeah, they're messy. So she's a seminar girly, and I like the seminar girlies for TV because they're gonna give us what we want entertainment-wise on reality television. I feel like she'll probably be the one to hold her own too amongst this cast. So I think this is another one that they took a huge W on too. Now this last one that's new that we have is Akila. So Akila, you guys, was on last season. I see a lot of you guys were like, oh, last season she was boring, et cetera, et cetera. This is what's interesting about her. She's friends with Shamia, Portia, and Kenya. So she's like a middleman. We need that. Because what scares me about just looking at this cast right now, Portia has safety blankets all throughout this cast. She could fall back on Shamia. She could fall back on Drew. She could fall back on Akila. Okay? She has her own already clique embedded already in this cast, if this cast is even true. So we need somebody who's going to check her, but still be also friends with Kenya too, because that way Portia is forced to tell us the truth in regards to everything that's going on, especially with this new filing with this whole divorce situation. So I think she'll work with this cast too. Plus, she's a huge advocate for sickle cell. That's something that her and her husband really go hard for, is sickle cell. So her husband, you guys, has been now you guys, was not casted, and not gonna lie, I'm disappointed. I really feel like they should have put her on there because it would create tension in the group, and it's sad because it's so sick to say, but it's reality television, so who gives the right? It would create tension in the group because Shamia has Portia, so Kenya should at least have somebody as like a secondary person too, besides a Drew, because her and Drew, in my opinion, were never that close. So that's why I think it would make it interesting if she was casted, but she was not. Okay. In the NFL, and he's a running back, right? And this is a picture of a lot of stuff. The cast. Okay. Now let's get to Shamia. Shamia is another one I feel like they should have made a friend. I feel like we're going to have somebody who's going to defend Portia right or wrong, and we don't want that. I'm sorry. We need to hold Portia's feet to the fire. You know your check is big, Portia. You're going to have to work for it, okay? What Marla said, I'm going to make him work for her check. I'm going to make her work for her check. You're going to have to work for your check, okay? And Shamia's going to prevent that. Anytime Portia does something, she's going to defend it, excuse it, etc. Now, Shamia's married to African. Portia's married to African. And their husbands, I believe, are friends. So they're probably doing that just so that way they could get some husband scenes in. But still, we've seen a little bit of Shamia, and it's the stuff that we've seen from her, I feel like still gives her the chance to be a full-time, because she has brought it a lot of times, especially when she came at Phaedra during the reunion. She didn't back down to Phaedra. That's one person, in my opinion, who had Phaedra shook. During the whole reunion, Phaedra didn't know what to say. So it's not like she's not witty enough. It's the fact that we well, I feel like I don't want too many people that's in there that's too clicky with Portia to the point where she has people doing her dirty work, one, and two, excusing her to the point where we don't really find out anything about what's really going on in Portia's life. All we get is twerking scenes. That's the issue. I would make her a friend of, though. Now, Sheree. Okay, we're gonna stop right there because of course Sheree was not cast. I know Sheree's sort of heartbroken, to be honest, because that is a check loss. So I'm never gonna laugh at that. It's just the fact that I just feel like her time was up, and I don't think she even needed to be as a friend because we've seen everything we needed to see from Sheree. So it's like she doesn't have that much more to really show us, and I don't believe her relationship with Martell and stuff was actually authentic. I feel like it was kind of for show, not just for the show, but for social media show. So yeah, I just wish that they casted Kenya's friend, but we're not gonna get to see her, unfortunately. Okay, let me know what y'all think about the cast because I like it. I see some people online saying, "Oh, it's gonna be a snooze fest. It's gonna be a snooze fest, etc., etc." I don't think it's going to be a snooze fest. And the reason why I say this is because they're introducing a whole lot of new girls. So I think with them introducing a whole lot of new girls, it's going to create sort of like a mix and a dynamic that we haven't really seen before. And there's not a whole lot of people that used to be there currently on the cast. And I think that's what makes good for a shakeup is to have one or two highest three, which we have on this season, that were like OGs have been around for forever, mixed in with a whole lot of newbies. And I think that's what gives us good TV. So I'm excited to see how it's going to turn out. So let's talk 50 Cent versus Meek Mill. Not going to lie, this whole interaction had me cracking up just due to the pictures. Not even the words, but the pictures that are used, that Neighborhood Talk specifically used. My whole thing is, Meek does it to himself. Why would you upload a picture where it looks like there's a white stain on your face? Like, come on. You know what people already say about you, and you do these things. So it's like he's asking for it. Like, come on. That's like y'all being like, oh, he always come on the camera with something like that, looking busted. And I come here with like a tank top, and I'm like, ugh. Like, you were just asking for them to say that. Like, come on now. Come on. So 50 does what he does best. So he's been trolling Diddy. He's been trolling Diddy for a minute now. And he posted where I think he went a little bit too far because it's one thing to troll Diddy, but you trolling his son is kind of crazy. He said, now, why would you say something like this when you know the feds are investigating? And is you stupid or is you dumb? If y'all don't know, his son basically dropped like a track, and it was sort of like a diss. And 50's a smart one. I like that nigga. You can't tell me he didn't work for the law. Like, y'all say Rick Ross worked for the law. I think 50 worked for the law. Because this nigga is so keen on things of lawsuits, litigation, etc. Like, this nigga worked for the law. That's just is what it is. He said, I feel so threatened by the things Christian saying on his record. I'm afraid of my life. Please don't hurt me, guys. I never mentioned or posted anything about Puffy's kids because Keefy B said he unalived Tupac. LOL. At Cognac had his other brand. Okay? Now, the diss track to me was a little corny. To be honest, I really feel like he shouldn't involve himself into anything in regards to his dad, musically, business-wise, because I just don't think branding-wise that's the smartest thing for him to really do. So Meek decided to sort of at him and sort of defend him. Okay, he said, "But you're federal. The street in Queens know that's why you pick on a little boy. Your own son hates your guts. I'm so grateful to be on an island with my son and his friends on his B-Day. Don't follow these guys. They live miserable lives. Be terrible." Once they figured out we had extreme engagement, access to control influence off Insta and Twitter, they bought it out and used it against, like, it's like how we get from poor righteous teachers to where we are now. I own all my rights to my life, so now all PR bad. They all post bad about me because I don't pay none of them. That's why they have academics, or our word, type couch potato, controlling the narrative on the biggest battles to keep track. I told him stop posting me. They business flow when they speak only on the culture. All the pages come together to post artists. It's something you pay for. The hustle, tricking the people, dying out. You can pay for a campaign for $20K to make these pages post good or bad. I want to pay them. My page a movie in itself. Been motivating people for years daily. I never seen black people laugh at black people getting indicted. He really be online enhancing people's cases. And he got real statements against niggas. You ain't feed Mike Knox yet. Everybody onto you. But let me stop. These niggas y'all look up to, these people that destroy black families and success like black cops, I don't find him funny. I see him as a rich parasite. Niggas be rooting for niggas to go to jail and claiming he's from the street. I'm gonna start bombing on y'all. So 50 Cent posted back in 50 Cent fashion and said, you sold 6K copies on your last project. You should be on vacation. Still chasing the dream or embracing the nightmare. Standing by your man that I respect. He says, my last project sold 90K first week, expensive pain. Ross did that last CD for fun to let me out my contract. He said contact, but contract because we rich and we have some type of history. It's different, LOL. I don't know how Cuban was talking to you. Your swag is extremely whack. And then Real Talk posts a picture of Meek Mill in a sheer shirt and then uses the picture with the dirt, what appears to be like white dirt on his face. Okay, here's the thing. 50 Cent is always going to be a sort of like an ingrate when it comes to how he talks about black people and him keying at black people's downfall. It's not funny when you really look at it, but when you read it, it's funny. You get what I'm saying? Like the things he says are funny, but the things he does in the big picture isn't funny. So Meek Mill really does have a point when it comes to that, because at the end of the day, you're not doing the community in itself, any favors by constantly laughing when one of our own is down and out. But Meek is only saying that because he's being sort of intertwined with everything that the diddler has going on. So you're only saying that now because of what's going on. It's not coming from just because you just feel away because he's been a bad person. Like, there's a reason why this nigga got shot 9 times. Like, he didn't get shot 9 times on accident. Like, that was intentional. That was purposeful. Like, the nigga has a mouth. You feel me? So, it explains it all, to be honest. Now, we'll say, I feel like Meek Mill, the best thing for him to do is kind of stay off of social media. And 50, in my opinion, in this situation wasn't completely wrong because he was replying back to a diss track where he was implicated in it. It's not like it was random, which he does do posts like that random. But Meek Mill, I think, needs to kind of stay off of social media and kind of go away for a little bit after a while so that he could kind of die down, because some of the stuff he posts and says, it doesn't do him any favors. For you to say you're on an island, it's kind of like certain words and terms, just don't say it. Just no. You know what I'm saying? No. Case in point, why would you post this? So somebody posted a video and said, how much did they pay you to do this? And it's a video of Meek Mill bunny hopping, and he replied back to it. You shouldn't even have replied back, because now that you just gave that video traction.
Why are you doing bunny hops, Meek? Because you got your feet in tennis. You got keep going. Count out loud. That's the wrong time. Count out loud. 30. Huh? 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 41, 42. Keep going. Keep going. 7, 8, 9, 1, 2. Keep going. Keep going. Don't cheat on your bunny hops. They suck. Your bunny hops suck. Why are you doing bunny hops, Meek? Because you got your feet in tennis. You got keep going. Count out loud.
It's like, come on. I be feeling bad for the man. Like, some of these celebrities' PRs are like horrible. Like, they all need to be fired, because it's like, I wouldn't even dare let you even reply back to a tweet like this. Like, I would delete it immediately, because it's like, no, it's not doing you any favors. So let's talk Cardi and my Akbar V voice. She dropped a tweet, which it would have been better for her not to even just say anything. It says, this is XXL reporting this, that fans waiting for Cardi B's sophomore album received some somber news on Tuesday when the Bronx rapper announced her highly anticipated new LP will not be dropping this year following a heated exchange with fans on X, formerly known as Twitter. Cardi was initially prompted to talk about the album after an X user mocked Barty for her fickle album updates. I'm so excited to put out new music. I can't wait to drop my album. Wait till I drop this song. Album coming soon, Terrell posted. With the meme of RHOA looking at Biggie like, why this acting weird and stupid? In a series of since deleted posts, which can be seen below, Cardi responded to another person asking if the rapper was hurt by the comment. No, it's just annoying. That means a lot to me. And it's always a complaint and crying with this pussy ass fan base. Pussy ass fan base is crazy. No, the problem is that you was even complaining when I was dropping music as well. Always got some ish to say with your 3 neck rolls. Cardi clapped at the initial poster. Cardi later broke the news. It says she's pushing her new album back after a fan suggested she step away from social media. Exactly. And I tell myself this all the time. And I hate I fall back and start interacting again. It bites me in the butt. Anyways, no album this year. I don't care. I'm relaxing this year. Dropping these features already committed to and traveling and enjoying my summer. It's been 6 years since she released her Grammy Award-winning album, Invasion of Privacy, in 2018. I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. I really feel like Cardi should just commit to being a full-time influencer while dropping music on occasion and for fun. There's nothing wrong with that. And it takes away the pressure of all of these fan bases coming at you by claiming that you're the queen and you're the queen of rap and claiming that you're one of the top dogs. It takes away that pressure. Now you can actually enjoy the music that you're making and you don't feel all this heat coming from behind you because they're expecting you to drop fire. And when you do drop, sometimes it's not the best of the best. Because a sophomore album getting released 6 years after the first is like, damn. We're reaching on a decade now. So it's kind of like, what are you doing? Now, before she claimed it was because she wanted to take care of her children. She wanted to be like a full-time mom situation. She wanted to be there for the important parts of her children's growth. That was understandable. But for you to say you're relaxing and traveling and enjoying your time, to me, that's spitting in your fans' face. Like, that's kind of like right in the party gan's face. That just is what it is. I feel like where she was the strongest in her career was being an influencer, and that's when, in my opinion, she was the most liked before all this love and hip hop stuff even came about. Making those videos on Instagrams, and it's not like she has a hard time getting brand deals, so her career wouldn't deflate. I just feel like a lot of people would respect her a lot more if she just committed to being the full-time influencer while dropping music. Sweetie does it. Like, if we're going to like, that's kind of what Sweetie does. Like, she's not like, you know, like a hardcore artist to where people are like, "Ooh, we need the next Sweetie track." She's getting her deals. She's doing influencing work, modeling work, etc. She drops tracks here and there, projects here and there. That's just what I see from it, and I think that she could do the same. And also, this was one of the worst announcements ever that you can make, especially on a Twitter platform, and then deleted it after. Now, you already know Miss Akbar V has some things to say, okay? Big Ak, not the little one. All right? And Big Ak already tweeted something in regards to the situation and feels like she needs to go sit down somewhere. All right? She said, it's so trash. Get this whole music out of here. Akbar V coming hotter than a lot of these people. Okay? Big Ak, not the little one. All right? Now, Ak, you just said the other day you were going to stay off of social media. Akbar V's funny. I'm telling you. That lady, like, you really are. Like, somebody in the comments said who her mama was out of the aunties, because y'all know I love me some Candy. And I love the old lady game. And they said her mom is Alberta. We need to talk to Aunt Bertha, because Aunt Bertha wouldn't appreciate you talking to her like that. Why you talking to Joyce like that? Like, you gonna say, like, she wouldn't appreciate you doing all of this hoopla. All right? Let me know what y'all think down below. Do you guys think Miss Cardi should just give up becoming being a full-time artist and just commit to influencing while dropping music on occasion? And also, what do you guys think of the whole situation in regards to Meek? Leave your comments down below, and we're out.
No personal thing.